This is what every beginner session sounds like. Everything is loud, everything is fighting, and you literally have no idea where to start. Your mix sounds like this not because you are bad at it, but because nobody ever walked you through what mixing actually is. And that is what this video is. Let's fix that.
One, two, three, four. First.
By the end of this video, you know what mixing is, why it matters, and the exact order to work in every single time. And we'll come back to this session at the end so you can hear the difference for yourself. What is mixing? Mixing is the process of taking all of these separate recordings, the BGVs, the vocals, the drums, the percussion, bass, the guitars, the pianos, all of the tracks, and making them work together. Right now, I'm just going to play this recording. Right now, every track is at the same volume, same position, same everything. They are all screaming at once. Mixing is giving each one a role, a place, a job in the song. Think of it like a group chat where everyone is typing at the same time. Mixing is the person that says, okay, you talk first, then you, then you. There are 3 essential stages when it comes to making a finished song. I'm going to type that out. First stage is record. Second stage is mixing. And the third stage is mastering. What does recording means? Recording is capturing the performance. That's done before you put in the session. So you record the vocals, the drums, and every other instrument that you have. Mastering is the final step. It is where you make your mix loud and ready for streaming. That comes after. And then mixing is the middle step. And that is the one step that most beginners skip or rush. That's how your final results sound off or sounds awful. Now,
Heat. Chorus. One, two, three, four.
Is our God. Sing with me, our praise is our God. And all will see our praise.
I've not touched a single plugin. I only moved the volume faders, did a little bit of stereo widening, same audio, same session, just giving each track a level that makes sense. And that is the first principle of mixing: balance. And it is free. It costs you nothing but your attention. There's a specific order in which every professional mixer makes, where they work in the same sequence, and I'm going to be stating that order right here. The first thing is gain staging. Gain staging is where you set every track to the right level before any processing. It comes before everything else and is the most important part of your mix. The next thing is EQ. EQ is where you shape the tone of each instrument, remove what does not matter, remove what does not belong, and making space. The third thing is compression. And compression is controlling how loud and how quiet each track gets over time. The fourth thing is effects. This is where you add your reverb, your delay, your exciters, saturation. This comes after everything else is in order. is just to add space, depth, and sweetness to your music. And then the final thing is the mix bus. This is the final glue that makes everything sounds like one record instead of 17 separate track, 20 separate track. Write this down. This is the whole series, and this is the secret to having a mix that sounds professional. There are also three mistakes that I've noticed most beginners make when they mix. I've made these mistakes too. I've made all three. The first one is mixing too loud. Mixing too loud, everything is peaking even before you start mixing, and your ears are already deceiving you and lying to you before you start mixing. The second thing is adding effects first. This is a very crucial thing. Reverb and delay on tracks that have not been cleaned up yet will make everything worse. You don't add effects first. You have to balance up the track. Putting a reverb on something that is sounding bad on its own, the reverb is just going to amplify how bad it sounds and it's going to sound worse. The third mistake that beginners make when mixing is working in solo. So I see most people isolate each track at a time and then they mix. I'm guilty of this too. But you don't mix in isolation. You can mix in isolation and it sounds good on its own. But the moment you unmute everything, it sounds bad, like really bad. And guitars are very, 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 very guilty of this, right? So you don't work in solo. You don't mix your vocals on its own. You mix everything in context, in relation to the entire multi-track, all the tracks. You don't mix it solo, you mix everything together, right? So let me just show you a little bit of what I've done to this mixed version that makes it sound better, at least better than the raw version.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is our God. Sing with me, our race is our God. And all will see our race.
Right. Intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chorus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I lift my hands to give you glory. I lift my hands to give
Modulate. Half step. Chorus 2, 3, 4.
I lift my hands to give you glory. I lift my hands.
Okay, so I just did a little bit of gain staging. I just gain staged this specific. I did not do any heavy mixing, no heavy plugging, just basic gain staging, and then it sounds this good already. So mixing is not about gears, the amount of plugins you can throw. It's just about knowing the right process and what to do. Stereo widening, very important. Giving each instrument a space where it should be. Then gain staging, volume balancing, very important. So before, I want you to open any session you've been working on. Just listen back. Don't touch anything. Don't fix anything. Write down 3 things that bothers you about how the mix sounds. Then drop them in the comments. I'll read every single one, and then your answer will literally shape what I cover in this series. So I'll be speaking on gain staging in the next week, and that's the one step that make every other step work. That's the one step that make every other step work. To be up next week, and if you want to follow the full series, subscribe so you don't miss out. It's free, it's practical, and it start from zero. I'll see you in the next one.